My lurker confession. This has everything to do with manifestation, everything to do with how you live your life, and this is a true story. It came because last few weeks I've seen in school communities that a lot of schoolers have been talking about lurkers, meaning people being in a community but not being active, not commenting, not posting, not liking, just being there. And for me, this is more than a community. This is a life example. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to manifest a better life, if you are a schooler, if you want to manifest a better life, if you are just a living being who want to manifest a better life, this is probably something that you could use in your life. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share how I went from $1.5 million debt and how I built a team of 60 people from this lurker experience in London. So before that, the lurker thing in school communities, I've been commenting and engaging with leaders there too, is that the question is, okay, what do you do with lurkers? If people are in a community and they don't do anything, do you kick them out or do you let them be? And what do you do with them? And I've seen many different ways of handling this and also ways of thinking about this. And that brought up my story about being a lurker in my own life. So again, whether you are in school communities, you're a school leader, owner, or you're an entrepreneur who want to manifest better things in your life, this could probably help you. In 2012, I was at an event in London. There was a room with around, I think it's 5,000 people, big room. And I was there because I was in a $1.5 million debt. And that debt came after me spending some years, investing a lot of money and owning 20 apartments in my area, renting them all out. Everything was good. And then came financial crisis. So me from getting good paid from that and also having a lot of money on the paper, I had nothing. I owed the bank a lot, actually $1.5 million in total to the banks. There was more than one. And I was desperate and I was frustrated, and I shared that in other videos. When it was at the worst, I was ready to give up. I was ready to run away. I had so much shame. I had so much guilt in me of not being able to, that I didn't actually succeeded in my mind. Anyway, I made a decision one night when it was worst, and that decision led into a lot of energy came from that, and then it led into a lot of synchronicities showing up in my life. One of them was going to this event in London. Around 5,000 people, 3 days, life exchanging experience. I really believed that this could help me. Packed my bag, I was in London, and here comes the thing. I put myself in the back of the room. That's kind of why this story came up after seeing, watching, engaging with people around lurkers. I put myself in the back of the room, being a lurker. Makes sense? I was there, just being comfortable. Nobody saw me, nobody could pick on me. I could just sit there and watch the whole thing going on, right? Or so I thought. Because not long after it started, for some reason, the teacher on stage caught me, tagged me, you could say, because that would be like in communities, tagged me in the room and said to you people in the back of the room, why are you there? And he did it from an energy, from a good heart. I could feel that. And he challenged me and said, okay, so how long did you live your life like that? He asked questions like that, and I actually understood what he said. And this was like a blessing for me because I understood that was how I've lived my life, in the back, safe, comfortable, even though it wasn't when the results came in. And he challenged me. He said, when I said I understood it, he said, okay, you can sit in the front, you can participate, you can be here front row, and you'll get more out of it than in the back. It will be a different experience. And I challenge you to show up on the front row in the next break. I said yes to the challenge, and I put myself on the front row in the next break. And it just changed everything for me. Because that teacher was right, and I actually spoke with the teacher after, but the teacher was right. The energy was so much different. The people were different. The exercises were different. My view and perspective on myself was different. I felt like another being on the front row, and it's such a great picture for me, at least, sitting in the back and lurking at my business, lurking at my life, lurking, or be in the front, being close to the teacher, feeling the energy, participating, and at a whole new level. So much that I actually got called out again to get on stage and dance on stage, not alone, but I did that in the next break, something I would never have done I didn't do that in my whole life. So my life changed at the beginning of that event. So many great other things happened, but I was there at the front row and I experienced it and I felt the energy, and I also felt myself uplifting from that energy. I met some awesome people. I actually talked more with that teacher later on. I found my first high ticket coach on that event, from that event, and he's a friend still today. This is back in 2012. He coached me in 3 or 4 years and helped me build my 60 people company and getting out of my $1.5 million debt, even building a $50K a month coaching business. And one big reason was me stop being a lurker, being called out, being tagged, and being invited to the front row. So I hope this makes sense. And I'm sharing this because, like I said, I'm in Skool communities. I have my own Skool community. I'm a leader there. You are a leader in your life. You are a leader in your business if you're an entrepreneur. You are a leader in your Skool community if you own and run a Skool community. And maybe you just seen yourself a bit like me in the back seat. And maybe this is an invitation for you to jump to the front seat in the next break, or maybe just now. When you're live, are you sitting on the back seat? Could be love, could be the gym, could be your Skool community, could be your business, could be you feel comfortable with how things are doing. Even though it's not great, you're still in the same hamster wheel. I was for so many years. So it's an invitation, and if you are in my community and you are a lurker, then it's a tag on your back to participate for your sake, for you to step into the front row and for you to step up in your business, in your life. And with that comes so many great things, learnings, experiences. People will show up in another way around you. So I hope this makes sense, and I hope you can use this. I look forward to sharing it. And also, it's part of my community. We are building something that's actually pretty crazy. It's called the AI $1 Million Manifestation Challenge. And it came from me wanting to dive into manifestation and understand manifestation, but not from force, which has been so much of my life, but from an energy of power, flow, intuition. And step by step it has evolved, and now it's actually something amazing where I was inspired and I did it. So we have a challenge in there, 21-day challenge, and it's for free for now, where you will actually, I call it the North Star, where you will actually be guided with your AI companion to shift your whole being, your whole life your whole community, your whole business, if you want that. And I know this sounds a bit crazy, but the results after the first 2 weeks for the 3 people who went through it have been amazing. And I just opened week 3 today, so all 3 are going through the third week now. And I look forward to share, and I have an idea that I will bring some of them on the maybe a call, and we can talk about the experience. And if you want to check this out, there's a link below this video, and then including an invitation not to being a lurker. All right, see you in the next one, and lots of love. Bye bye.